Have you ever stayed in a hotel room that shouldn't exist? Let me tell you about Ryan, a young sales executive who traveled every week for work. Last winter, he checked into the Grand Oakwood Plaza Hotel downtown. It was late, he was tired, and the lobby was nearly empty except for a sleepy-looking receptionist. "Welcome, sir. You're in room 1304, she said, handing him the keycard without looking up. Ryan blinked. 1304, but I thought this hotel only had 12 floors. The receptionist smiled weakly. "Oh, we've recently renovated." Her tone was flat, almost robotic. Too exhausted to argue, Ryan took the elevator. He pressed 13. The button lit up, which confused him even more because from the outside, the hotel only had 12 floors. As the elevator rose, it felt like it took forever. The lights flickered and the air grew colder with each passing second. When the doors finally opened, he stepped into a dim, narrow hallway. The carpet was old and damp beneath his shoes. The lights buzzed overhead, flickering so badly that shadows seemed to dance on the walls. He walked towards room 1304, noticing how dead silent it was. No other guests, no cleaning staff, not even a hum of air conditioning. Just an eerie silence that pressed against his ears like heavy fog. When he reached his room, the door was slightly open. Confused, he pushed it gently. The room was raw. Everything was outdated, old floral wallpaper clean, a rotary telephone, and a small TV from the 80s sitting on a dusty wooden stand. The bed sheets were yellowed, and the smell of mildew mixed with something metallic, like rust or old blood. He shivered. Maybe they hadn't finished renovating this floor after all. As Ryan unpacked his laptop, he noticed something in the mirror across the bed, a dark shape standing behind him. He spun around, but the room was empty. He turned back to the mirror. The shadow was gone, but the closet door behind him was now wide open. He could have sworn he closed it. A foul stench wafted out, rotting meat mixed with damp earth. Trying to ignore it, he climbed into bed, exhausted. But as he drifted off to sleep, he heard a whisper. "Why are you here?" His eyes shot open. He froze, barely breathing, listening hard. "Why are you here?" It was a woman's voice coming from the closet. Cold fear crawled up his spine. He slowly turned his head towards the open closet. Inside, crouched on the floor, was a woman in a tattered hotel maid uniform. Her hair was stringy and black, covering her face. Her body twisted at an unnatural angle, her limbs bent backwards like broken branches. She raised her head, revealing hollow sockets where her eyes should have been. Before Ryan could scream, she crawled out with inhuman speed and climbed onto the bed, her face inches from his. "Get out before he comes." Suddenly the lights flickered violently, and the room filled with a deep growling sound. From the ceiling vent above the bed, a large black hand reached down, its claws scraping the metal edges, dripping thick black tar onto the sheets. The hand grabbed the woman and pulled her up into the vent, her screams echoing into the darkness above. Ryan jumped out of bed, grabbed his bag, and ran out of the room, down the hall to the elevator. He pressed the button repeatedly, heart pounding in his throat. Finally, the doors opened and he dashed in, slamming the L button. When he reached the lobby, it was bright and bustling with people. He ran to the front desk, shaking. "What's wrong, sir?" the receptionist asked. "There's something wrong with room 1304, he yelled. The receptionist froze, confusion on her face. She typed on her computer rapidly. "Sir, we don't have a 13th floor. Our hotel only has 12 floors." Ryan looked at her, trembling. "Then where did I just spend the last 6 hours?" The receptionist called security to check. When they searched the stairwells and the elevator system, they found something chilling. Behind the elevator shaft was a brick-top floor that hadn't been opened in over 30 years, ever since a maid was murdered by a deranged guest and left to rot in room 1304. No one knew how Ryan ended up there, or how that elevator button ever lit up. But late at night, the cleaning staff say they still hear a woman crying for help from beyond the walls, and a deep growling voice laughing alongside her. If you ever see a hotel floor that shouldn't exist, would you step out and explore it? Comment below what you do, and subscribe for more stories that will keep you awake tonight.